Everyone, this is Rolando. I'm the Community Engagement Specialist here at Collective Goods headquarters. Today I'm going to be talking about LinkedIn, and I'm going to be talking about the home feed. I'm going to be talking about how to set up and put together your profile, and I'm also going to be talking about all of the options we have in the upper right. So to start off, I like to look at LinkedIn as just like the professional version of Facebook. So you can post things, you can post just something to say, you can post an article, you can post a photo. And when you're posting these things, you have the option to post it to everybody on LinkedIn. You can post it to everybody on LinkedIn and to all of your Twitter followers, or you can post to just your connections. So only your connections will see your post on LinkedIn. So if we scroll down a little bit, we can see all of our connections activities. So for example, my coworker Joe Searles just recently liked this post by Amy Pickle. And so an activity is pretty much a like, comment, or share. Again, super similar to Facebook. And if you keep scrolling down, you also have the option of following organizations and companies just as you would on Facebook. So I follow Laughlin Constable here on LinkedIn. They are a advertising agency, so whenever they post something new, I get notified and it pops up on my feed. And as always, I can like, comment, and share. And if you are talking to somebody via LinkedIn Messenger, you can just pop it up right up here in the lower right hand corner. So if you want to talk to somebody specific, you just click on their name and their chat window pops right up. So over here on the left, it shows how many connections you have, and it has the option to grow your network. So that is going to be taken care of in a little bit later in this video. And right above that, it also shows you how many people have viewed your profile in the last 30 days. All right, so now that we've gone through the homepage feed, let's jump into talking about the actual profile and how to set it up. So to get to your profile, all you have to do is go over here to the left and click on your face or on your name. So what this profile is I like to think of it as an online resume and portfolio. So you're pretty much highlighting your skills and giving evidence to back it up, essentially. So for starters, we want to have a clear professional picture. We want to have a background image. So for example, this is just a picture of a place I stayed when I was in South America a few years ago. So you want to have these two things to start. You want to have your name, you want to have the title of your position, and you want to have the organization that you work for. So Collective Goods, formerly Books Are Fun. I added in formerly Books Are Fun just so people are clear that, we just went through this rebrand and we're still the same company. And below that, we want to have, once again, the company, followed by the school or university that we attended, where we're living right now, as well as the number of connections we have. And this is going to populate automatically, so you don't really need to worry about that. Below that, you have your description of yourself as a professional. So I have, where I went to school and what my major was, and the specific skills that I have a good deal of experience with. So, I have social media management, blogging, web content management, analytics, and all that kind of stuff. And below that, I have another paragraph just saying who I am as a professional and, what I emphasize. So like the values I have. So like, hard worker, I strive for, really, really awesome, outstanding work in whatever I do, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to edit any of this stuff, all you have to do is go over to the pencil, click on it, and you can edit your name, you can edit your headline, your current position, and you can even edit the summary. And you can add media, you can upload something. So if you have, a handout or something that you think really like does a good job of explaining who you are as a professional, you can absolutely toss that up here. So if we scroll down a little bit more, we're going to see our activity. So this pretty much just shows off like what you've been doing on LinkedIn. So if you liked, for example, I liked the Bucks story about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I also liked the 5 ways to introduce yourself perfectly in 20 words or less. So this is just stuff these are clues as to what you're interested in and what you look at on LinkedIn. If we scroll down, we see our experience in chronological order. So right now, I am the Community Engagement Specialist at Collective Goods. I've been here for 10 months. And below that, I have a short description of what I do here. So I do social media, I do analytics and tracking, I do blogging and graphic design, video editing, all that kind of stuff. And below the actual description, I have stuff to back it up, essentially. So I have the Pucklight blog that I wrote. I have the 4 Ways to Give Back During the Holidays blog, and I have the Muffin Tin Meals blog and video that we created about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So if you want to edit any of these things or add on or take away or whatever, again, all you have to do is click on the pencil and it's going to show your title, your company, and you can edit all of this stuff. And if you want to add or take away any media, all you have to do is upload or link to media. So to put this in context, if you have a photo of a recent event that you did, you can absolutely toss that up on here. Or let's say a local news station did a story on your event and what you're raising money for. You can link to it from here, and that's going to show up right in here. So again, chronological order: current job, previous job, one before that, and as well as, volunteer experience and internships that you have had. And if you scroll even further down, you have your education. Again, you also have volunteering experience, and again, more volunteer experience in my case. So if we scroll even further down, you have your featured skills and endorsements. This is really, really awesome because it shows off specifically what you have experience in and who has firsthand seen you do it. So for example, I have 10 people who have endorsed me for blogging. I have 6 people who have endorsed me for social media and social media marketing. And we can even get as specific as, 5 people have endorsed me for Facebook, 3 people have endorsed me for press releases. You get the point. So moving past that, we have our accomplishments. This can be anything from specific classes you've done, or in my case, specific languages I speak. So, for courses, I just wrote, advertising and PR campaigns. I took a feature and magazine article writing course. I took media writing, law of mass communication, and a few more. And for languages, I am pretty proficient in Spanish, so I thought I'd toss that up there just so people know that I can speak 2 languages, and that's pretty useful these days. If we scroll a little bit further down, these are the companies and organizations and groups that I am following or that I am part of. So for example, I am part of the Social Media Marketing Group. I was part of the Social Media Club of Milwaukee, and I also am following the Retail and E-commerce LinkedIn page. The whole point I'm trying to make with this is the more content you have, the more valuable this page is to you. This page is dedicated to you. So you're supposed to be highlighting things that you've done. You're supposed to be talking about your successes. You're supposed to be like borderline bragging about yourself. It's really just to tell people and let people know that you are a hard worker and that you know what you're doing. And the more content you have on this page, the more likely you are to close with prospects, and the more likely people are to see you as a valid business person. And that's where all of this stuff comes into play, whether it's a description, whether it's an example of what you've been doing, whether it's a photo, whether it's a link to a local news outlet talking about you. All of this stuff helps validate you and helps all of these prospects just be like, wow, okay, he knows what he's doing. I have a little bit more trust in him than I did before. And that's going to really boost you into the next step and ultimately executing a successful event with these prospects. All right, so now what I want to do is walk you through the top bar, starting with My Network. This is pretty much where you're going to build your network. So there's going to be a list of people that you know or that you don't know, and you have the option to either connect with them or dismiss. So these are people that you probably know directly or that your connections know directly. And so all you have to do really is just scroll through this, and if you see a name that you know, click connect, or if you don't want to connect with them, you just click dismiss and they'll disappear. So if you want to find people from your email contacts, all you have to do is go over here, type in your email, and click Find Connections, and that's going to generate everybody that is on LinkedIn that you're not connected with that is also on your email list. If we go to Jobs, this is pretty much just a list of positions that are specifically targeted to what you do. So since I'm in marketing, I have a lot of jobs for like senior media planner, marketing coordinator, social media account manager, and all that kind of stuff. But this is going to update relatively frequently, if not daily. So if you are in fact looking for a job, we hope you're not, this is where you're going to find it. And you can just scroll down and just keep looking, and you can also search by keyword, or you can search by company, and you can also search by location. Messaging works pretty much the same way as it would on Facebook. These are just private conversations that you have with your connections. So, for example, I helped Marsha write out with her LinkedIn profile a couple weeks ago. So she just messaged me to say, hey, thanks so much for helping me. And I said, well, you're welcome. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. And that's that in a nutshell. So if we go to notifications, once again, these are going to be pretty similar to Facebook notifications. This is where you're going to find if someone liked something you shared, if someone commented on something you shared, if someone looked at your profile, it will probably show up here. And here is also where you're going to see people's like work anniversaries or new jobs or stuff like that. And if you have worked with them or if you're close with them offline, you can click like or you can click say congrats. And if we go over here, this connects back to your profile. You can change your settings and privacy. You can do the LinkedIn Help Center. You can change the language. You can check job postings as well as go directly to the pages that you manage. Or you can sign out. So we're going to go back here, and just for future reference, clicking the LinkedIn logo as well as the home button will both take you back to this home page where all of your connections are going to be posting and liking and all of that kind of stuff. So that is a long, short version of how to use LinkedIn. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. It's rkahn, Kahn, @collectivegoods.com. Thanks for watching.